Scorpio, your weekly love tarot reading begins with a Two of Pentacles, a Six of Swords, the Hanged Man, and an Eight of Swords. Your person is coming in with the Hermit, Three of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, and the Empress. At the bottom of this deck, we have Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles and the Empress are very much cut from the same cloth. Very Taurian energy, earth energy, divine feminine energy. But we'll come back to that Queen of Pentacles. Scorpio, let's get right into your reading. You know, you're coming in with a Two of Pentacles and your person's coming in with Hermit energy. Your person is away from you. They are solitary, on their own, independent, walking singular life, walking, but away from you. You know, it's the overarching vibe here. You, Two of Pentacles, you're juggling a lot of things right now. You're trying to keep, you know, it may be that right now you're juggling a lot of sort of responsibilities, a lot of things at work, but there's a feeling of it being quite chaotic right now. Sometimes we can be juggling a lot of things and we have it, you know, we're in the rhythm, and sometimes it can feel quite chaotic. And right now it feels a little bit chaotic, but let's go ahead and get into some clarifiers here, because I look ahead and there's walking away, but death comes in. Now that is your card, and the Ace of Pentacles. So death comes in for you, and Ace of Pentacles for your person, Scorpio. Death is the card for Scorpio and tarot. So you're showing up in your own reading. And I always say, remind my viewers that in tarot, death does not necessarily mean, we don't talk about a physical death. We don't talk about anybody dying or, you know, predicting that someone will die or anything, nothing like that. But death just marks a really intense transformation, a very intense transformation. And the beginning of any transformation, something has to go away to make room for something new. And so something has to die. Death is essentially the ending, but it's a permanent ending. And there's been a lot of, I want to say, destruction along the way until you finally have gotten to this point of beginning this huge transformation. Your person has the Ace of Pentacles. They have a whole new opportunity coming into their lives, a whole new beginning. I think this is a connection that's broken up, of course. Why do I say that? Six of Swords is how you see them. So your person has absolutely gone away, walked away, turned their back on this connection. You know, they see you as the Three of Pentacles. You know, it's they, you know, when they think of you, they think of somebody who's just busy with their stuff, you know, somebody who engages in a lot of strategy and busy with their work or whatever. But it's like, it's really not a feeling of consideration or thinking about you in any way as part of their lives. This is well and truly been the real end of a connection. And it's showing up here as a reading, as a message, because I think that you need to hear that this is over. This is a reading for a connection that is well and truly over. And yet, you know, just this is mostly the energies that are lingering after the end of the connection. And if it makes you feel any better, your person has absolutely walked a very singular life. They've spent the time away from you really working on themselves, okay? Really getting into themselves. This was not a case of leaving you for somebody else, or, you know, leaving you, or, you know, clearly they left you. You see them turning away from you. And that leaving you, that complete shutting the door on you, I think is what has led to this, to the beginning of this transformation and change. But they themselves, you know, they've spent the time really working on themselves, and they are now in the space, or kind of at a place in their lives where things are happening for them, opportunities are coming in, and they're starting to move forward. Four of Pentacles, you are really right now dealing with a lot of financial angst. You're dealing with a lot of financial worries, anxiety. Yeah, you're juggling a lot here. And there's been such a drastic change to you and your life here with this Death card. I think possibly as a result of this person leaving, there's been such a change in your life. And now you're really struggling. Unfortunately, I mean, it feels here like you're really kind of like worried about, and it could just be a situation of, when you guys were together, perhaps you shared bills, perhaps you lived together, perhaps, whatever, or something about them leaving has caused you to not be able to keep up with your finances or keep up with your business. It could just simply be that the breakup itself was, enough. Sometimes a breakup can be really traumatic and it can affect our ability to work, etc. In any case, there's a real physical impact here, and your person is coming in with a feeling of King of Cups, which is like they are really reclaiming a lot of their life. The fact that they've done a lot of shadow work in the wake of this split, and now they're coming in with strong King of Cups energy. It can also be that somebody is coming in very strong for them in a very protective way for them, and could indicate a new love connection for them. Somebody who is very dominant in their life and sort of a shield. You know what I'm saying? You may have been, listen, this may have been a very toxic relationship where your person was a bit, perhaps they see themselves as a victim, or you see yourself as a victim. In any case, they are the ones who left, and they're the ones who did a lot of shadow work here. And now not only are they stepping into really taking control of their love life and their emotions, but it feels here like this King of Cups is somebody also stepping into their lives who is very solid, someone who knows how to give back, someone who knows, someone who's very emotionally mature, right? And is able to give them what they want. Now, how do you both see your roles in this relationship? You're Hanged Man and they're Eight of Wands. So for you, you continue in a way, I think, for a long time at least, you have continued to hold on to a stubborn viewpoint of this connection. And I think most recently, as a result of this change and this really physical change that's happened in your life, and also this kind of wake-up call that's happened in your life, because a death is absolutely a wake-up call. It's the beginning of a change, but ultimately that is a wake-up call. And a lot of this anxiety here with your finances, it's as if the inspiration has finally come in. Hanged Man energy oftentimes is interpreted as being stuck energy, but really, in fact, it represents exactly that point at which you suddenly have inspiration come in and you realize how sort of, stuck in a rut you've been, or you realize how you've allowed yourself to sort of just stay in a particular viewpoint that hasn't served you, right? That is not correct, that is askew. And so it's exactly that inspiration, I think, that's coming in. And so you see this relationship as having caused this, right? I think you see this whole dynamic here as having attributed to you maybe having a really huge wake-up call about yourself and how you see the world. Now, your person has come in with Eight of Wands energy. For them, they see this relationship as having been a lot of very overwhelming, very confusing energies, very, very disjointed and chaotic, just too much. Just too much coming at them at any given time. And yeah, they just, it's one of the reasons why they left seeking calmer waters, because this connection for them was one of chaos. Now let's get some more clarifiers before we get to our final possible outcomes here. And as I look ahead, Scorpio, listen, learning the lesson. When you have this inspiration coming in, the inspiration can come in, but you have to hold on to it and work on it. Two of Swords, there's a decision that comes into you, and Lovers for them. So your person is moving towards a love connection with someone else. Absolutely. I don't see them coming back here, right? Especially with this energy here. They're still very overwhelmed by you, and at the end of the day, let's get into it. You have this decision that comes in, and at the same time, for you, a possible outcome is this Eight of Swords. You continue to sort of play a bit of a victim. It's like as if you get some inspiration here, you kind of wake up and realize, how askew your perception has been of some things, and then you go right back into it. Two of Swords is there. It's like there's a choice for you. Which way will you go? And it's like the possible outcome here is that you choose to go right back into like refusing to see and refusing to be connected to what you know is true and your emotions and feelings, and really just continuing to sort of have this victim narrative, which is, I think, a place where you came from before. Now your person, their possible outcome is just moving forward with this love connection. Again, King of Cups coming in for them. Empress energy, they are, they find themselves in an incredible place, especially with this Queen of Pentacles. Your person was definitely a divine feminine energy in this connection, and they find themselves in a place where they are really exalted. And I think that at the end of the day, this is also one of the things that you may see. You may come across them and see, again, I do feel that this connection is over, but you may come across them, you may see them, and you see that they are doing very well. They're possibly in a strong lover's connection with someone. They're doing well. They're progressing. They're working. And you've really been left with a lot of issues here. And so seeing this may indeed send you right back into this toxic energy. So you want to take care for that. The thing here is that there's a lesson to be learned here. There is an understanding that comes in for you, but it may be a little bit painful for you, Scorpio. And I think once some of that pain hits you, you may be unwilling to face it. Like it comes in and you realize, oh shit, maybe you realize you were wrong about some things and etc. And that's painful. And so you have a choice to face that pain or not. If you don't face it and work on it and do that shadow work, you're going to find yourself right back into this kind of toxic energy here of, feeling like you're the one who's been wronged and persecuted and the whole world is against you, and that's just never a positive place. Spirit of the elephant, spirit of the scales, and spirit of the rabbit. So the elephant, social companionship, spirit of the scales, karma and justice and balance coming in. Spirit of the rabbit, spring, sex, fertility, whatever way that works for you, however that fits in with you. Those are the spirits of darkness and light that might be affecting this connection. Now let's pull out your animal spirits. We have the bear and the sea serpent. So the bear and the sea serpent is interesting because the bear is waking up. He's earth energy, but he's kind of having this epiphany and this waking up and this understanding of spirituality, how, the physical world really impacts how we feel spiritually, and how we feel spiritually really impacts our physical world. And so the bear is kind of coming out of a hibernation of spiritual understanding. He's very much new to kind of beginning to connect the earth with the spirit. And so he's waking up to a lot of understandings. The sea serpent is, it's representative of the second chakra, which is the chakra that all of our passion and desire and our creative energy is centered in. And so the sea serpent reminds us to tap into what we truly desire, our true desires, and understand that oftentimes reinventing ourselves and changing ourselves, going through this transformation is the most creative thing that we can do. All right, Scorpio, this was your weekly love tarot reading. If it resonated for you, got something out of it, please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, or share my content. Any of those actions really help me out, and I always appreciate when you do those things for me. But for right now, guys, I'm just going to wish you love, life, and happiness. And I hope to see you next Wednesday on my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot, for your weekly love tarot reading. Bye-bye now.